Yeah, don't trust the government. I know that's the conservative ideology. But also, like, why are we promoting big business instead? These corporations that want to horribly come into our personal lives. I think that's pretty awful.
Yeah, what businesses?
Oh my God. I can't speak to personal big businesses, yeah.
You just spoke to it. You literally...
Yeah, don't trust the government. I know that's the conservative ideology. But also, like, why are we promoting big business instead? These corporations that want to horribly come into our personal lives. I think that's pretty awful.
Yeah, what businesses?
Oh my God. I can't speak to personal big businesses, yeah. Yeah.
You just spoke to it. You literally... Oh my gosh. Sometimes I really don't understand people. How could you... It's only been 20 seconds in this video, and you already contradicted yourself. You said big businesses are coming into your life. She just immediately asked you, okay, what businesses? So we can know what businesses. Then you immediately said, I can't speak to big businesses. If they're coming into our lives, you don't know which ones? Are you just talking about the concept of big businesses? Anyways, let's continue.
I'm uninformed on that in general.
What's the worst thing he's done so far that would warrant an F-?
What about deporting innocent people?
Deporting innocent people, yeah.
Yeah, all of his crimes, the like 34 felonies or whatever.
Okay.
Raping women, I would say. That's pretty awful.
Okay. Who has he raped?
Oh, I can't say. I don't know any names.
Why would you tell students not to talk to me at all?
I gotta get to my car. I'm so sorry.
I'm coming with you. Why would you tell students in a conservative organization that they can't talk to me? They're just students. They don't work for Turning Point. They're just in the club. Why can't they talk to me?
I'm sorry, but I gotta get to my car, so thanks for coming.
This is like a leftist. This is what leftists do when they're confronted.
So if you guys don't know who this is I think her name is Caitlin Bennett, and she goes around asking people questions specifically right now about the Trump administration, what they don't like about him, because more than likely she's at a protest or some... I don't really know where she goes. I think it's protests. But she goes and asks people what they like about him, they don't like about him. It usually doesn't turn out good for the people who are protesting, because usually they don't even know why they're protesting. I would assume they do know why. They should know why, especially if you like have enough hatred for him. You should at least know what he's doing. Nonetheless, let's continue.
We're at UCF in Florida. A few years ago, you guys remember, I was chased into an Einstein Bagels because the liberals on this campus could not stand that I was here.
Secure that building right there.
Now, they're too scared to talk to me. So let's see if any of them can defend their opinions and what they think about Trump. Let's go.
Do it for state! Do it for state!
Hey there! Hey there, that's cute. I'm just gonna stop talking. I'm not gonna say anything else. So I asked him what the climate was on his campus. Could you give us the weather today?
It's hot. It's really hot.
Yeah. Are you from Florida?
I'm from Baltimore.
Yeah, it's gonna get a lot hotter than this.
Yeah, it's been I'm used to cold, so
yeah,
it's nice.
Like a grading system, A through F. What grade would you give him?
F? Well, as he had mentioned.
You're like,
no, I would say, as of this moment, you know, with the entire stock market crashing, I'd say he's kind of leaning towards a D at the current moment.
Okay.
Who knows, maybe this is some long-winded plan that none of us can see. But as of this current moment, it's gotta be a D, because he's literally failing the country to a degree.
Alright.
Yeah, I mean, if he's got some hidden plan that's gonna bring like an upswing on it, then it'll be good. But right now, it's like a D.
You're asking people today if they could grade Donald Trump, like if he were like a student in your classroom. What grade would you give him in his first 100 days?
Is this a trick question?
No, it's if you were a teacher and he was your student, what would you put on his report card to send back home to mom?
F-, man. Yeah.
For a grade for what, though?
Like if he were your student, like if you want to grade him on the job he's done his presidency,
right?
Anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like you for unsatisfactory,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Yeah, probably a C.
A C. Okay,
Yeah.
so he said F- and you said a C.
Yeah.
Okay, why in the middle and not an F-?
Well, I mean, I consider a C really bad either way.
Not as bad as an F minus.
Just because, like, Trump's at least a person, and I'm not gonna just, like, his beliefs, at least for me, his beliefs are interesting, and he's causing a lot of fights over the world, but he's still a person, so that's all I could say.
And you're like, I don't care one bit. I'm failing him. He is not moving on.
You're good.
Okay, so you identify as a pirate.
Today, sure.
Today. I love that. Today you're identifying as a pirate. Yeah, so you're like, are you a student here?
I am a student here.
Okay. What would a pirate grade President Trump's first 100 days in office coming up?
Pirate. Like, what kind of pirate though? Because like, those are like Jack Sparrow, and then like actual like live pirates who raid places and stuff. Like,
So which one are you?
The one that just looks cool.
Yeah, I do admit you do look pretty cool.
Thank you.
Yeah. So what would you give President Trump if you were grading him on a scorecard? What would you give him for his first nearly 100 days in office?
Like 1 out of 10.
Yeah, we can do that.
Personally, maybe like a 3.
A 3.
Like, I'm not a huge fan.
What do you think about Trump's first 100 days in office that's coming up? Good job, Trump?
Who's Trump?
You don't know who Trump is?
No.
She's joking with me, right? You don't know who Donald Trump is?
I don't know what I'm talking about right now.
Wait, Donald, isn't that the guy from Disney?
Yes.
The duck.
Yes, so he won the presidency. How do you think Donald Duck is doing as the president?
I haven't been up to it, Doug.
But you know he won the election.
Who?
Donald.
Really? No, I didn't know.
Okay. Well, you know more about me
I
than
think she's being sarcastic. She's definitely being sarcastic. But here's the thing. When it comes to getting data, there are 2 ways that you can get data. It's qualitative and then there's quantitative. Qualitative data means that it's not numerical. It's based off of expression or personality, social cues, word of mouth. So what a lot of people are doing in these ratings, they're not really grading Trump based off of quantitative data, meaning actual statistics on. The young man brought up the stock market. They're not grading him on the stock market or the economy or what other quantitative data can you have in society? I don't know. Housing market, job market. They're more so thinking about how they feel about him versus things that are actually happening. The reason why this is problematic is because if you always judge, for instance, a president based off of how you feel about him, you'll never fully make the correct decision in your votes, and you'll never fully make any sense. And this is something I've been saying. This is not even specific to Trump. This is just specific to anything. You can't just always go by how you feel about him. You have to have some level of quantitative data on why you believe what you believe. It can't just always be, oh, he made me feel like this, I don't like the man. Come on. Anyways, let's continue.
you do who the president is. Why are your lips shaking? You okay? You're shaking. You okay?
I had a coffee a minute ago.
Yeah, you gotta tone down on that caffeine. That could be bad for your heart. Yeah, that's good. F.
Awful. F all the way down. F minus.
Oh, so like not even like
No.
he's not going on.
Expelled? Can he be expelled?
Deported?
Right?
You know what? Yeah. See?
Where would you send him?
Anywhere but here.
Antarctica.
Antarctica.
In the ice. Put him on ice. Put him on ice. Put him on ice.
Yeah, absolutely. What's the worst thing he's done so far that would warrant an F minus?
What about
Deporting innocent people.
Deporting innocent people. Yeah.
Yeah, all of his crimes, the like 34 felonies or whatever.
Okay.
Raping women, I would say. That's pretty awful.
Okay. Who has he raped?
Oh, I can't say. I don't know any names, but
There are more
he is.
allegations.
Yeah.
More allegations then.
Allegations.
Okay. All right. Is there anything he's done that you would say he's done a good job on?
In the past, maybe.
Like his first term?
His first term, maybe.
Okay.
There's some things that come to mind, but nothing currently.
Okay. Okay. No? Nothing?
I can't think of any positives.
Give me a little hop and a skip if you think he's done a good job. All right, so yeah, we're a Trump fan. Yeah? High five. All right, high five. Okay. Do you know what it says without reading it?
It should say, women fear me, fish fear me, men turn their eyes away from me as I walk. No beast dares make a sound in my presence. I am alone on this barren earth.
Okay, go on. What's that mean? And a fish? Go on.
It's just a funny hat from the internet.
It's just a funny hat from the internet. All right. Thank you, Mr. Hatman. What grade would you give him for this job so far?
I'd probably say like a C at the moment, just because like I'm like a guy who likes to give people time in terms of just like what stuff is going on, and like you said, he's only been in here for like 100 days, so he still has like 3.5 years or 3 and a little over years to go. So we'll see how it goes, you know. But yeah, just something like that.
Okay. What are some of the things he's done that you think are good so far?
I mean, I'm not the most educated when it comes to like politics, but I know like the market is slowly or like quickly going down, but I know that we're kind of going to enter like a recession, and so basically we're going to be just come back from it, hopefully regain from it. So yeah, it's just kind of like the long-term idea of it. Like I said, I don't know exactly what I'm talking about, but I think it's like on the track of it. So yeah.
Are you a student here?
Not currently.
Oh, you're not currently. Okay, how old are you?
I'm 17.
You're 17. All right. You're looking for your future university, right?
Yes,
okay.
ma'am.
What major do you want to go into?
Math.
Math. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Fun. Trump's first 100 days are coming up.
All right.
How would you grade him in his job so far?
So far, I'd say the idea of putting Elon Musk in the cabinet was a good one. I like the idea of less unnecessary government spending. Yeah, although I do understand that Doge has been getting rid of a lot of jobs, and people are very upset about that. So it's both good and bad. Yeah.
I mean, I would say a B. He's doing a lot of executive orders. He's lucky enough to have a pretty packed Republican Congress. Yeah. I mean, it's hard for him though because there's so much pushback from the media, and I mean the tariffs. It's going to get worse before it gets better. You know, it's hard for him, and it's hard for everybody because we're so decisive. You know, everybody has different opinions. I'm not his biggest fan. In fact, I'm right in the middle. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, he's doing his best. It's hard, you know what I mean?
Hi guys. Someone went by and said,
if you support Donald Trump, like if you're a MAGA, you're in MAGA, you're self-proclaimed MAGA, the grade that you should give him is an A. And the reason I say that is because Donald Trump is doing everything that he said he would do. A lot of it is getting overturned, and the method of which he's going about things are a little unorthodox, especially unorthodox for a president. But he is definitely taking actions to do things that he said he was going to do. For example, tariffs. Donald Trump been said he was going to do tariffs. This is not a surprise. He been said that. For example, deportations. Donald Trump been said he was doing deportations. For example, cutting federal jobs. He been said that. Like, if you are a fan of him and you voted for him for these specific things, he is literally doing them. You can't even deny it. He's doing them. If you don't support him, or you're not really into politics, I can definitely see someone giving him, below a C. If they're watching the news or something and they just don't like what he's doing, because in nature Trump is just what's the word? In nature he is polarizing. Like the left and right are extremely polarized right now, and in nature he doesn't care about making everyone feel good. Donald Trump does what he wants. So if you're not a fan of him, you probably hate what he's doing, and if you are like a supporter of him, you probably love what he's doing because he's doing what he said he would do. Nonetheless, let's continue.
you guys are huge fans.
Please don't record.
Well, you're on a public campus. What? So why would they say you're huge fans of me? You guys are so scared. Every single time they'll form these little groups, or they'll say comments passing by. So I go up and I'm like, hey, wait, what's wrong? What's going on? What did you say about me? They walk away. They cannot defend themselves. They're gonna spend time talking about me, but won't actually engage with me face to face. The tides have turned so much. I think it's because they don't have mob mentality anymore. Conservatism is getting popular on college campuses, and I'm very, very excited about that. What's the worst thing he's done?
I think tanking the economy lately. I think caging children Mexican children at the borders is pretty f***ing bad. Excuse my language. Sorry. Yeah, I really like. I'm getting worked up. That's all. Like, cause
You're super calm. No, you're doing a great job. You're doing a great job. So you really don't like his immigration policy?
I don't like his immigration policy. I don't like his foreign policy. I think making enemies out of our closest neighbors is not very cool.
Well, Salvador, the president of El Salvador, loves him. He took all the illegal aliens, the criminal aliens who did some really heinous crimes. He's like, send them over here. We don't want to deal with that either. So he's being an ally, and he negotiates with Mexico, the Remain in Mexico policy, right? So he's going okay with them.
He's called the president of Canada. I'm paraphrasing here, but he's called the prime minister, the president of Canada, a moron like multiple times. He's trying to invade Greenland with J.D. Vance, that clown. Elon Musk is doing his horrible Doge and firing tons of federal workers that make this place run.
What do you guys think about some of his executive orders, or people are saying are really common sense, like saying there's only 2 genders, and that if you're a man, you cannot become a woman, or if you're going to put tariffs on us, we're going to tariff you? Like, is that fair? Or are those things like, no, those aren't good things?
I think for the first couple things, it's really none of his business, so I feel like he shouldn't have a say in it.
Okay.
And the tariffs, like, it's just gonna backfire.
Okay.
It's gonna go from taxing them to us spending more because they're retaliating. So either way, it's gonna end up bad.
Perfect.
Yeah, if the more tariffs he puts on, the more expensive they're gonna make. Like, other countries are gonna make their products. So then we still end up paying more money. And with the whole 2 genders thing, he put out that executive order, and now everyone is considered a woman, because he does not know the biology that makes the difference between the sexes, male and female. So then everyone's a woman.
What? I don't even know how to respond to that. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what to say to that. Everyone's a woman. I don't know what she's talking about. That was an insane thing to say. Nonetheless, what? Anyways, I'm gonna end the video here. Let me know if you guys want a part 2 to this. My name is LFR JoJo, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.